cleanest of living here. Play my beautiful forest battle board. And it's a control deck, it looks like. It's fine. Not super exciting, but fine. Curve 2, 3, 4, right? Oh yeah, I meant to try those tracks. I saw those in your deck list. They seem fine. Have to figure out what I want to cut for them. I could trim a couple of the 2-drops that are a little medium. Just like extra removal that's like also pressure when you want them to be. Seems sweet. They're double wild threshold, right? I'm just gonna guarantee a 5th resource for our hand here. So that way we can go this into this, hit my champion power, draw a card with this immediately. Just swap out some Shamrocks. Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. Yeah. Lost my Decree to the stupid Withering Gaze. Don't board out Shamrock. Don't cut him. Just for everyone understands what's going on here. 3, 2. Mono blood stuff. How badly do I want to die to a massacre? Is the question. Definitely playing this. Now the question is, do I want to like hit this with my champion power? The question is, do I want to either, do I feel I can beat a massacre this game, or do I just want to, do I want to make them have it and say, hey, if you don't have a massacre, you're going to die in a blaze? I feel like I just want to say, if you don't have massacre, you're going to die in a blaze, which usually means they have it and we die in a blaze, but, you know, details. We're going to hit this, we're going to play Pathfinder, we're going to play this other resource out, we're going to crack them for 12. Make a candle, so if they don't have a massacre, they're gonna lose next turn. Kill me. Yeah, they're dead. You're dead. Alright, excellent. This is why I like playing aggro decks. Get them. Alright, so Brosi-Buk, Merry Caravan in. These Decree of Banishings in general are pretty terrible. Jubilant Jouster, like trimming a Skylance Captain against Hero Fall decks. Also not stellar against Bride. And I'm going to bring in these Winter's Grasp explicitly for Bride. If we saw Dark Heart or Constance out of our opponent, I would bring in... Much more? Pretzels? I would bring in these Rotting Chompknights, but I didn't see either of those cards, so I don't think I want to board them in. We're just going to go for the Brosies and the Merry Caravans here to grind a little bit more. I guess I usually board out a Palm of Granite. I'm actually going to trim one of those and bring in this. I'm going to trim one more of those, actually. I'm going to leave extra thread in. Let's do that. Palm's kind of medium in this matchup because your opponent has a lot of 1-for-1 spot removal, so you want a lot of your cards individually to be threats. Palm allows you to have, like, some really accelerated kills, to, like, have, like, really big busted turns, but you don't always get to, what's the word I'm searching for? You don't always get to, like, keep cards on the board, and, like, when you draw Palm in the mid-game, without anything going on, it's really pretty terrible, so I don't think you want a lot of them post-board in this type of matchup. This hand's great. Leprechaun Artist, a couple of Pathfinders. I mean, one of our 2 Palms in our opener is fantastic. So we can find another 2 or 3 drop to curve this Leprechaun into. Alright, it's nice. Until we get this one Hero Fallen. Hopefully they have a Strangle for this, not a Hero Fall. Nope. Exalted Pathfinder, you mean? It's like, there isn't just black and white. It isn't just black and white, you always do this or always don't do this. It's really contextual based on, like, what else is going on. So Strangle, God's Bless. Play your Leprechaun Artist before you play your Shard, so you trigger the momentum. Small things that matter. Yep. Con Artist. So how do I want to sequence here? I could play this Pathfinder, but that's really terrible against Hero Fall. I think I want to just play this Leprechaun Artist and play this Shard, and then next turn maybe we'll go Pathfinder into a resource, and then maybe Champ Power plus another thing. Like, it's not really resource efficient, but a lot of the time these games against these control decks post-board don't come down to being resource efficient. They come down to card advantage and quality, so getting a little bit more card advantage out of this seems fine. Am I okay discarding a random card? Probably not. Daybreak. I got to draw 2 plus get a Daybreak. Judgment's so good. Renner up my top card, sure. This, sweep silently when the hero fall us. I want to champ power here or not. Champ powering here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and champ power here and just cycle this resource basically. It's basically using my champ power to draw a card, right? This way, if they kill this next turn. Alright, yeah, let's play this Waxshot out. So, playing the Waxshot out kind of plays into Massacre, but at the same time, it encourages my opponent to Massacre as opposed to Hero Falling, and I really would prefer they don't Hero Fall my Pathfinder, since I have the second one in my hand. So, encouraging them to Massacre as opposed to Hero Fall, if they have both, is ideal here. Great. Really bad against Bride of the Damned. They don't have... Oh, wait, a kid. They don't have a Shard. Okay, well, that's great for us. Let's do this. They can't have a Strangle, right? If they had a Strangle, they'd have killed this on their turn. Play this. Sweet. We drew a Winter's Grasp. So now I can do this, which is going to play a resource out, and then I'm going to activate my Champion Power. So I get to play my Champion Power here, target this one. Are they dead? They might be dead. I haven't actually counted here yet. Oh yeah, that's 25, ladies and gentlemen. That's 25. Build some momentum. Just finger pistols blazing off into the night. We've got momentum. Building momentum. And that's why you don't board out all the Palm of Granite, because they let you have ridiculous turns like that. This is my favorite deck in the current constructed format. Yeah, get him! Get him! Get him! Triple momentum triggers that turn? Is that good? Drew 6 cards, triple momentum triggers. Triple triggers. 1, 2, 3 triggers. Oh no, I forgot to start recording. I'll have to rip this one off of Twitch. I'll have to rip this one off of Twitch after the fact, because we can't miss that match. That match was excellent. This deck gets some really sweet tools, like the Brosi-Buk and the Merry Caravan out of the board too are just very powerful. That's December 1st. Playing against Haraza here. Seems pretty good. And we've got Fate Weave in my Brighthammer Adept here, so that can guarantee us our third resource. I'm playing Diamond Ruby Haraza, looks like. Dry Shard, maybe. This is like a really small thing, but like, so I have the Diamond and the Wild Shard here in my opener. You want to lead on the Wild here because it gives away slightly less information about what you're doing. Like, the format's not super clearly defined just yet, so the fact that my opponent doesn't necessarily know that I'm playing this specific iteration of Lady Avalanche on 2 might affect their sequencing decisions. I'm gonna go ahead and put a resource on top of my deck here. I just wanna, grab a non-resource maybe. I'm gonna grab a non-resource here because I can grab a resource with this Brighthammer. Next turn we'll go this, Fate Weave, play this. Yeah, I agree, Trex. When I tested this deck a lot, Guidance was just like super unimpressive in it. No turn 3 play for my opponent here is huge for us. Just like ridiculously good. I wonder if I was supposed to get a resource last turn too, maybe. Yep. And I like these guys post board against, actually I forgot to do this. Post board against blood decks a lot of the time, I turn these into Blight Blossom, so that way after they die they come back. We could potentially Hadouken our opponent next turn, right? We could go, we're drawing a shard, we play Palm of Granite, we chant power, so we're gonna trigger momentum 3 times. So 3 times is gonna be 2, 3, 4, so that's 4, 7, 9, so these guys will be 10/10s each. Can only deal 20 next turn. That's a shame. Can only deal 20. Rats. We're very unlucky. Can only 20 them. No blocks here again. My guys are gonna be much larger here. Hello, tiny child. I love you. They have to have a turn 4 play here, right? Ogland, the old post-combat buff my dork. I guess they really wanted me to trade. Misery is still legal, yep. Exalted Pathfinder out. I think I'm pumping the brakes for a turn here. Just leave my 3/3s back. Although I guess if they want to trade this for either of these, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Probably shouldn't have played this pre-combat. Yeah, they don't want to trade, so put you to 15. So they go. If they have Heart of Embers here, I could be in a little bit of trouble. Rise, that's fine. Oh, am I gonna have to chump block with this? Not quite right. 4 is... Oh, this makes another one. Oh god, I'm gonna have to chump block with this, aren't I? I can probably kill them on the backswing, though, right? If they attack with everything, I believe I have to chump block. Am I dead still? 10. No, it's only 17. If I block here... Okay. I believe they're dead on the backswing here. 1 and 0 are different numbers. For those that are new, 1 and 0 are different numbers. Yep, definitely dead now. So Shard. Palm of Granite. Just, you know, for posterity's sake here to prove a point. To prove a point, opponent. Trigger. Attack for 27. Consider leaving some blockers back next time. All right, good. Glad we cleared that up. All right, so on the draw in these aggressive mirrors, I like to be a little bit more defensive. So I cut these Jubilant Jousters, and then I trim a Skylance Captain as well. Yeah, whatever. In case you didn't quite get there, you're right. We could have done more than 27. Punted. I like to bring in the hype. This Huntmaster is a very good card in these aggressive mirrors. So as you can see, these games a lot of the time come down to like these big swing turns. And Huntmaster basically says your opponent makes their big swing and you're just like, nope, I didn't die. And then I untap and I kill you on the crackback. Winter's Grasp is just very good in these type of matchups because on the draw, on the play, I'm actually going to board these back out of my deck. But on the draw, I want to be able to be kind of more reactive as opposed to just trying to run them down. But a lot of the times they're able to run away with the game on the play if you can't kill their key troops. This hand is excellent. Turn 1, Righteous. Turn 2, Leprechaun. Very, very good. Sommelier. Sweet one. We drew our third shard. Perfect. Do you think this deck is better than Candles? I enjoy playing this deck more than Candles. And I think this deck is better than Candles against the Blood decks. I think this deck has better tools for beating Massacre than the Blood decks have, than the Candles deck has. Because Brosi-Buk and Brosi and what's his name, Merry Caravan are both very powerful tools for keeping up with the Blood decks. I don't really want a Decree here. I'm gonna try and get a free pop shot in with this. Well, this is a free attack into a free decision. Fine. Decrease. Opponent again has a pretty slow start. This is a Fate Weave on here, sure. So my turn's probably going to be Shard. Exalted Pathfinder is a good pickup, so I'm going to play this Shard. I'm going to grab Diamond here, trigger these. I think I want to just Decree of Banishing this. I could go really big here, right? I could go Palm of Granite and then Champ Power into Decree. But then, like, that kind of burns through. I guess I have Exalted Pathfinder plus Coin next turn then. Yeah, that's probably good. Let's just kill them. This is probably what I want to be doing. Let's do this. And then let's Champ Power here. Let's play an extra resource and give it extra momentum. So play this. And just 17 power. Sure, why not? This is just like our nut draw, right? Just like Waxshot, Leprechaun into the thing, plus a removal spell. They're down to 15. These things are momentum 5 and 5 now. So, like, I'm going to go Pathfinder, play a Lucky Coin next turn. This momentum deck is very, very good. Regardless of what Burgle and Bob think. Are they still here? If I could bash tomorrow, this is what I would be playing. I like this main deck a lot. The reserves are probably within 3 or 4 cards of me being happy with it. This... I'm gonna grab a non-resource here, and I get to grab a non-resource because when this Leprechaun Artist attacks, it generates a coin. Which is more than good. It's great. See, I actually feel like I have a chance in every single game that I play, Ace. I feel like when I'm boarding properly and playing well, I have a chance in every single game. In addition to having, like, these crazy starts that just run people out of games. You get these crazy starts that run people over, and you get, right, it's gonna die to Winter's Grasp. I agree with that assessment. I feel like if my opponent's not interacting with me most of the time, I'm just running them down. God, they are super dead, huh? Like on a scale of 1 to dead. No, I don't think that's true, Bob. I think game 1, you get to steal plenty of wins, and then post-board, we have a very real plan against the blood decks. Genuinely think that what you just said is not true. They were dead even without this, but let's kill their thing to prove a point. Rawr. Rawr. I think fast Brosi-Bucks is a great way to grind through the blood decks. I think you can pace yourself around a lot of their important cards a lot of the time. I think Winter's Grass gives you good access to interact with Bride of the Damned on. Yeah, Merry Caravan and Brosi-Buk are both excellent tools for fighting the hard matchups this deck has. First here. Huh. This is probably a trap, right? It's just like, this hand needs to draw resources and it also needs to draw non-resources. I guess Waxshot into this is pretty good. See, I'm gonna play Kitchen Release. I feel like I can do better than this. Built. This hand's so good with a wild. Keep it. Hello? No. No, verdicts aren't very good. Stop being cute. Kill your opponent. That's why, like there are people playing versions of this deck that have like Seeker and Alderthan's Glory in it, and just like, stop. You don't need to play big top ends. You just kill your opponent. I don't need a 7-drop because by the time I hit 7 resources, I've built so much momentum that they're dead. It just doesn't matter. You don't need this big Hadouken card because my 2-drop Hadoukens them. Like, anytime you're playing against the Massacre decks, and like you have 2 things in play and you put Brosi-Buk out, or even 1 thing in play and put Brosi-Buk out, and like they lose their hand and you have Brosi plus another thing, it's just like so insane. Everybody says, dead. Alright. We hit next turn, we're probably fine. I could have gone to 5 here, but like, this is like an ideal hand if we hit a wild, so I think I'm willing to keep it. Ian, Control literally just played, there was literally just a Control mirror in the finals of the Bash, just for reference. For what it's worth. Alright, so candles. I think on the play I want to just go fast. And like have some blowout cards. I'm just gonna cut my decrees and bring in 2 Arcing Lights and 2 Huntmasters. Rising on with the 8-month resubscription, 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, post-board in a matchup like this, I think I'm gonna take a more conservative route and probably like board down on Skylance Captains and some of my 2-drops and like bring in a bunch of removals so I can be a touch more reactive. But I think on the play, I want to just run them down as fast as possible. On the draw, that's going to be harder to do, but on the play, it's very reasonable. Man, there's 24 shards in this deck, too. This hand is great. Righteous Waxshot into Leprechaun, just nut draw. Plain and simple. It's our nut draw. This deck is almost all rares. You're not wrong. This is, if you enjoy being a wallet warrior this season, boy, let me tell you, do I have the deck for you. This is going to kick the momentum on the Leprechaun Artist up a peg here. And then Leprechaun Artist is so insane because, like, we're just going to get to start Fate Weaving every single turn for the rest of the game almost, so we're just going to guarantee draw gas. That's not true. There's legendaries. That's... Hey, look. Palm of Granite, Brighthammer, Adept, and Jubilant Jouster are not rares. Thank you very much. Alright, yep. Play this out before we play our shard. Play out the Shard of Life. Diamond. This is a free block for them, so I'm just not going to attack with it. Just attack with this. And then next turn we get to hit for a bunch, right? We get to go Well of Life, Champ Power, Lucky Coin. This will have +5. This will have +7. This will have +7. We'll get to crunch in and make a bunch of coins. There are some worse momentum troops I'm not playing. I have to look and see what all has momentum, but I feel like you could build a rock. So, the original builds that I played, that I got 10th with in the first bash after the set released, I had the other legendary over Palm of Granite, and it just really wasn't particularly impressive. Just was not happy with it. This, and then we're never going to draw a non-resource for the rest of, or we're never going to draw another regular resource for the rest of this game, so we're just going to fate weave with lucky coins every turn. Okay. These are my giant monsters. Attack you. This has momentum 5 now on all of these, so these will be 6s and this will be a 5/6 next turn. Five, yep. Lady Avalanche, she enables some big snowballs. So how does momentum work? So momentum starts at 1, and when you play a resource, the troop gets +X equal to its momentum, and then the momentum number goes up. So when I play a resource next turn, this will get +5, and then the momentum will go to 6. Then the next turn it'll get +6, etc., etc., etc. The real question is, can my opponent start making enough candles to chump block all of these, plus the action coming off the top of my deck? Because these generate these lucky coins every time they attack, and these lucky coins fate weave when I play them. So I'm basically going to draw mono gas for the rest of this game, while also constantly building momentum on these troops. Okay, yep, that's pretty good. Getting rid of one of my dorks. Yeah, I had Pip Pal's tracks, but I ended up cutting them. This puts us into hyper overdrive, because now, in addition to drawing gas every turn, we get to draw extra gas. Now we get to do this and grab a Nod resource here. There we go. And I'm going to attack with all of these, or both of these, I guess I should say. Giving a piece of removal for this. Okay, so small mistake on my opponent's part here. They let us attack with that, which means we got to get another lucky coin out of it. Yeah, arcing like to reset my troops is a good way for my opponent to get out of this. All right, that's a good start though. This makes their candles 4. Oh, that's interesting. I thought they were gonna go up. They went wide. I'm not sure that going wide is necessarily what my opponent wanted to do there. I'm gonna do this. Fate, we have a non-resource at the top of my deck. So we draw. Palm of Granite. Well, that's gonna put us even more into overdrive here. So we're gonna play Palm of Granite here, which plays a shard, which draws another card. Alright, I'm gonna attack for both of these. Put them under double abyss, basically. So, usually you don't use Shamrock's extra ability. So, on the off chance my opponent's hand is completely insane right now, I'm gonna play this Waxshot, and I'm not going to play my Shamrock Goldfather here, because if they illuminate a bunch and have enough to potentially kill me, I want to be able to Huntmaster. So I'm kind of putting myself behind on getting extra coins here, but like, I have plenty of resources in my hand. This is a way they could get through here. They might want to go up and start attacking. I don't know. I've got them under like the double abyss right now, right? This is Huntmaster. Oh, yep. Yeah, definitely can see that happening. Jubilant Jouster. Alright, let's play this out. This out. Brighthammer Adept. Sounds sweet. Attack with these two. Get on in there. This guy has Crush to start building momentum with, which is nice. Again, I'm going to wait on the Shamrock to hold the Huntmaster up. The non-resource on top of my deck with this. You did miss Sockets, Mikey. It's uploading to YouTube now. I kicked off with it this morning. Yeah, Scion lets you keep going consistently wide. Yeah, Jouster lets you beat Scion a lot of the time, though, too. Opponent's just, like, kind of treading water. I could have, but I'd rather get the Brighthammer Adept in play than Shamrock, honestly. Like, just get more momentum, guys, building. Guys and gals. It was okay. I don't know, I just feel like it's not... I feel like it's not doing anything inherently broken, and I just, like, want to do things that are inherently broken in this format. Alright. When you're not sure what you're supposed to attack with, keep in mind math is for blockers, so attack with everything. Attack with all of them, they'll figure it out. Maybe the game will end, you know. Nobody knows! When in doubt, swing out. On the off chance they're not dead this turn, they're dead because this has Crush. Must have missed that it had Crush. Huntmaster's forward, you realize you should have done the math. Yep. That's plays around math. That's fantastic. I'm just gonna click submit. I think my opponent looks like they're playing the budget candles list, which likely means they don't have Scion. If they had Scion in their deck, I think I'd bring in Winter's Grasp and maybe some Decrees for the third game on the draw, but if they're just on the budget build, I think I just want to beat them down. I have 2 degrees in math. Thank you. Don't sell me short, holidays. We got 2 degrees. I got a science degree and an art degree, and they both say mathematics on them. That was game 2. Game 1, I kept a 1-shard hand and Brickton died. It was after we mulliganed. It seems pretty good, right? I had a minor in education, Ace. So I was actually a certified high school teacher for a short stint, and then decided that wasn't what I wanted to do with my life. Went to grad school, and now I play children's card games for a living. You know, it's been a roller coaster, really, an exciting roller coaster, but a roller coaster. Also, let's be honest, they will give you a degree in anything that you are willing to hand them money to give you a degree in. Basketry, puppet making, you know, just whatever you want, really. Next turn, we get to go Waxshot, then play a shard, build some momentum up. In the end, it doesn't even... I concur. Runic Candescent, sweet. This is a 2-drop that doesn't block my Righteous Waxshot next turn, which is excellent for us. Waxshot, play this. Being an adjunct is fine, Dwight. I enjoy teaching, it just doesn't pay enough. Like I make less teaching than I do streaming on Twitch. Like the God's honest truth about it. You poop again? God, you're just full of crap this morning. Hey, you're a pooper. Hey, what would you draw? Been playing this. Am I playing the Skylance Captain or am I Palm of Graniting this turn? I kind of feel like I want a Palm of Granite this turn, right? Like, makes my dorks bigger. I don't think I want to Champ Power this turn, because next turn I can go Pathfinder, Champ Power. Hopefully we don't die this turn with a bunch of Illuminate stuff. We could just die, because I didn't bring in... And again, it's possible I should bring in some of my reactive cards. I trim cards like this for removal here, and we could get punished for not having done that here. That being said, if my opponent doesn't kill us this turn, we're going to put them into the you need to be chump blocking every single turn for the rest of the game mode very quickly. Like, these are Momentum 5 and Momentum 6, and I'm going to play 2 resources out next turn, so they're going to have to chump block both of these because they're both going to be lethal. So they probably can't eliminate. So if they attack with all 3 of these, they're dead. And if they attack with only 2 of these, all right, yep. So, oh, I guess they could have removal, right? Their deck plays a lot of 1-cost removal. And I guess if they have removal here, I'm actually dead, right? I guess I could hit Arcing Light here. I have 2 copies of Arcing Light in my deck. Alright, well, dead to removal. Wrath of Elements. Nope. Alright, sweet. Maybe I was incorrect. I think you're supposed to bring in some removal on the draw in that matchup, but my